it is to blame? Fidel? That's the only person. I mean, that's how everything started. But even when Fidel took down Batista, who was the person before him, even that, like, so many people left Cuba like, no, fuck this, you know, like, I'm not fighting. Whereas if all those people would have stayed and fought for the island, maybe something else would have came out of the situation. But people were like, no, you know, we're doctors, we're lawyers, like, we are going to leave. And those are people that, unfortunately, it's going to sound a little harsh, but when you have an education, your mind is definitely sees things differently. When you're used to just living on a day-to-day where you don't know what else is out there, you're going to be okay with whatever comes.
Right.
Whereas currently now in Cuba, since, you know, like, the Wi-Fi and people are able to see what else is out there, they're kind of like, this is hell. Like, why are we living in a situation like this? Why are we being oppressed so much? Like, these people are not allowed to leave the country. I mean, Wi-Fi is cut, water has been cut, the light has been cut. No one deserves to live like that. But no other
country like that. How long has it been?
It's been like that for a while.
Years.
It's been like that for a while.
Years. I mean,
so it's one dictator. Or
it's a dictatorship, right?
It's a dictatorship. Yeah.
So
it's the regime is like it's a communist country. So it's a dictatorship, yeah.
That's interesting, right? Because that's been going on for a while, and I remember hearing about like doctors coming with like the national teams or like teams that played over here, like soccer teams that would play over here, and the doctors would stay, like they wouldn't go
so
back.
They want to be on the team so they can come.
Yeah, the doctors would be like, "Fuck that shit! Like I'm not going back.
I got my chance to get out. Yeah, I got out.
Yeah, you got out." And so like people were leaving. So it's been going on for a while, and it's interesting to see that it's coming to the forefront now because it's been going on for so long, right? And I just recently, like maybe a month or at the most ago, I had a conversation with somebody telling me how fucked up the situation was in Cuba and how they were treating it. The conversation was about how they were treating people, how the hospital was treating people, how they were treating people with COVID. Like, it was some wild ass shit. Yeah. And it's really bad down there. It's very unfortunate. Is there a lot of countries like that though that are kind of like in the same position in a sense?
I mean, there's Colombia, there's Venezuela, like those countries. Not that long ago, Colombia also had a whole protest going on. I'm not sure what's going on with that now because, as we all know, the media tends to cover it for a week and then moves on from it.
Right.
But I know that's still happening. Colombia is not
like some of those places, like the Middle East, who's like been destroyed basically, and like people were killed there for no reason. Yeah. And then like you have all these other countries in the world, and so it's kind of scary in a sense that because like now you're starting to see. I had this conversation with somebody at work too. You're starting to see people kind of fight back a bit. Yeah. Right. So some of these places are starting to get real pissed off. Like the people themselves are starting to get real pissed off. Right. And so there's a lot of protest and a lot of pushback. And it's kind of scary in a sense, but when you don't have anything to lose, right? I think that's like more danger. Like that's a dangerous thing they're playing with, right? Like you've got a bunch of people who don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Like what are your chances of surviving something if like it were to be at a bigger scale and overthrow you? You know?